The sun rose early over Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. It was a clear, blue morning, the kind that made the rivers sparkle and the city come alive with quiet hope. People were beginning their routines. Children walked to school with satchels swinging by their sides. Street vendors were setting up their carts. Office workers hurried along tram lines, clutching papers and tea in hand. Despite the war, life in Hiroshima still moved forward. What no one knew was that 31,000 feet above the city, a B-29 bomber named Enola Gay was slicing through the clouds. Inside it was a bomb unlike anything ever used before. It had been given a name, Little Boy, but there was nothing innocent about it. It was the product of years of secret research, built from uranium and fear, and designed to end the war in a single strike. At exactly 8:15 a.m., the bomb was released. It fell silently for 43 seconds, and then everything changed. A flash brighter than the sun lit up the sky. A blast wave tore through the city at the speed of sound. Heat surged outward, igniting everything in its path. People near the center were gone in an instant, vaporized. Others further away were flung through the air, their clothes scorched, their skin burned. Shadows of human beings were burned into concrete walls. A once living city became a sea of fire, rubble, and screams. In that moment, over 70,000 lives were lost. Within the next few months, tens of thousands more would die from burns, injuries, and the invisible poison of radiation. Hiroshima, once a city of life and rhythm, had become silent. But somehow, amid the devastation, there were survivors. A young girl staggered through the ashes, her hair burned away, her eyes wide with disbelief. A mother searched through piles of debris for her child, calling out into the silence. Doctors worked with trembling hands and no supplies, treating hundreds in makeshift shelters. There was no medicine. There was no clean water. There was only the will to help, to hold each other, to survive. They would come to be known as the hibakusha, the bomb-affected people. And though they carried the scars for life, both visible and invisible, they carried something else too, a message. In the years that followed, Hiroshima did not choose revenge. It chose peace. The city rose again, first with rubble cleared by hand, then buildings slowly rebuilt. Schools reopened. Trees began to grow. One ginkgo tree, just a few hundred meters from the blast, survived the inferno and bloomed again, a symbol of resilience. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial was left standing in the condition the bomb left it, a skeletal dome, preserved as a haunting reminder. Around it, a park was built. A flame was lit that will only be extinguished when the last nuclear weapon on Earth is gone. Every year on August 6th, thousands gather at the memorial. Children ring the peace bell. Families float lanterns down the river, each one a prayer for those who were lost, and for the world that remains. This is not just a story of destruction. It is a story of warning and of hope. It is a story of what happens when we let hate and power go unchecked, but also of what is possible when we choose compassion instead. Hiroshima reminds us that peace is not given, it is built, often from the ashes. And so we remember the day the sun fell from the sky, not to reopen wounds, but to ensure the world never forgets the price we paid to learn what we should have known all along.